Hey, good to see you this week. It is a hair tutorial, in fact a blowout, and how to get 4 different looks out of a short hairstyle. I am in a grow out phase, as you've probably noticed. It was a short pixie quite a few months ago, and it is now sort of a hybrid pixie bob, almost a full-on bob. And the choice that you have in a pixie grow out is you either let it all come in and it becomes a shag, almost like a Lisa Rinna shag, or you keep bringing the back up while you let the front come in, and that's how it grows into a bob. So that was the choice that I made. So I continued to take this up. I try not to stack too much because I want it more of a clean, straight bob as I let all of this grow in. So I'm going to do a blowout for you on how to get this look nice and smooth, just a nice, good volume at the part, type of a blowout, and then we're going to transition into some very different and varied looks. So to get going, I'm going to treat my hair with Drunk Elephant's Wild Marula Tangle Spray that has a heat protectant in there too. Concentrating especially on the front dry areas, and you don't want to get that too close to the root line because it could weigh it down. This is my old Elchim hair dryer. I'm not quite sure the model. It's one of the basic models. With the first part of the blow dry, I'll just be using my hands, manipulating, pushing everything forward, and you're going to see me moving the part line quite a bit and applying heat to the part. That's how you get some volume at the root. With the hair about 50% dry, let me turn around just so you can see the back. I'm pushing everything here down and flat at the nape of the neck. Okay, so this is the point where I want to start incorporating my brush. For those of you who know me well and have seen my hair tutorials before, you're probably thinking, well, wait a second. Usually at this point, your hair is getting really curly and really frizzy. What's going on here? I had a Brazilian blowout about 6 weeks ago now, and it has been a game changer and a lifesaver for me. For us curly haired gals, if you've never had a Brazilian or a Brazilian Express, I can't say enough good stuff about it. So I've got hair all over me. It really helps to tame that frizz, and I'm able to get about half of my hair dry without having to start manipulating with the round brush. But this is the point where I really want to do that. 2 reasons: I can get more lift at the root, and I can also smooth and straighten. My brush of choice today is by Fromm. Take a look at this. It's a really interesting concept. As you can see, it is almost like a square rounded brush. The benefit of this is on this part of the brush, that corner, you can really use that in the root to be able to get some lift, and in this flat portion right here, you use that to be able to pull and straighten and get the hair very flat. Okay, so we're going to start going in section by section, really smoothing out the sides and getting some lift on the top. And I always start with the deep parts, like pick your side, right? Where do you want to start first? I'm going to start here and then work my way over. Now, I don't want it real big and poofy here on the sides, so I'm working more just to smooth and to straighten and not create a huge side poof, if that makes sense. Where you're going to want a little bit more lift is to the back to get more of that angle coming in. So that's where you hold that brush a little bit tighter to your root line and allow the heat to intensify there so you can get some lift in the back of the head up to the crown. Now, if you've seen my side swept bang tutorial, you'll know that this technique really comes into play here. We have to be very careful about creating lumps and bumps on the front of our head, especially if we have bangs. So what you know by now is that you absolutely positively do not take a brush underneath and go like so to do your bangs, because you get the old bang bump. What we're trying to do is create smoothness. It's a little bit more of a swoop. What's so great about that is that you can start switching up part lines. When you swoop it forward like that, you can do a deep side part, you can cut in different areas, but the minute you've created that bang bump, you're stuck. So we're going to start going now under. And you see what my hair's doing? It's already telling me where it wants to fall. This piece wants to come forward here. So to get it smooth and straight, it's two-step, kind of like the two-step, the Texas two-step. You go under and you pull it, and then you go from the top and you straighten it. So now that we've got that front part smoothed out and it's swooping forward, it's time to get a little bit of volume here on the top of the head. That's where this brush comes into play. So I'm going to really fasten it in on my part line, like so, and warm it up. Now I'm not going to leave it like this because it's going to create a big bump on top. Now it's time to pull it straight. See, and it continues that, but it gives you just a little bit more volume up here. I don't want this area to have a bump because I've got more of my lift here on the part. So I'm coming in here now and I'm just really sort of flattening and smoothing out. So there's no anchoring like this. It's more of let the root hang a little bit and pull it straight. And by the way, this is what makes a short hairstyle more modern and takes out that old lady look. But I think, you know me, I love short hair on women, but I think that short hair can be dated or short hair can be really modern and cool depending on how you blow it out. So if there's anything that I can impart, that is to avoid the big, bumpy, rounded type of a look, because that really dates your short hairstyle. You want to be smooth, sleek, a little bit flatter to the head, a little bit longer up front, and I'm telling you, it completely transcends a short hair look, and it updates you and it's youthful. So I mean, I can't even emphasize the importance of a haircut is one thing. The importance of the right blowout is so underestimated in my book. So I'm really happy you're here with me, because after, I can't tell you how many years of watching and paying attention, I have learned the do's and don'ts, and I am thrilled to share it. So let's keep going. We're smoothing out this side. We're going to create more of a lift back here, because again, we want to have that height swooping forward. So here we are back at the crown of the head. You saw that I warmed up the root line. I'm holding it here a little bit now as it cools, but I'm still going to straighten out the ends and not release the brush. That's how you get it modern. Lift, but straight and smooth. So again, no bump here, no sticking out. I'm basically anchoring the brush underneath, but I am pulling it straight, and I'm warming up these roots to go a little bit flatter and for the rest of the ends to go straighter. All right, so there we have our blow dry. And we've got volume here, smoothness here, straightness here to get your length. And let me turn to the back so you can see that we have, and it's also the way that it's cut, because there's a slightly shorter layer right here, right, which gives me a little bit of pop. And then these are all the layers that I'm letting come in. And eventually what'll happen is this choppiness at the nape of the neck, this undercutting, will eventually be gone, and these layers right here will come down to here. And that's how you grow in, or at least one of the ways to grow in a pixie. And this is starting point number one. I mean, to me, this is a really cool and great hairstyle. It's very natural and it has movement to it, which I like. I would never anchor this with too much hairspray whatsoever. In fact, I would honestly just go out like this, or I've got FibreFlex by Healium. Hit it from underneath, especially in the back. Whenever you spray your back area, you don't want to hit it from top down. You'll just weigh the whole thing down. You just want to lift up a few pieces and then hit it from underneath. And that's how you get the top part to pop out. Okay, so we're going to use this as look number one. All right, look number two is a super easy transition from this, and it calls into play clips, barrettes, and things. It's wonderful to use if you're growing your hair out and you're in between looks. I do this a lot. In fact, in my yoga class, this is how I pin my hair back. And even just to sort of jazz up a little bit an outfit, I love clips and embellishments. So all I would do in this case, and this works well with a deep side part, you just take your front section right here, and we're just going to clip away this front piece with the barrette. And that's it. But what this does is it eliminates now your shorter layers, and it makes it in fact look more all one length. And this, I love this look. It reminds me of Cameron Diaz in There's Something About Mary. She had that really cool bob. She didn't have the shorter layers up front, not as much, but it was worn like this with gel. And so anyway, but really cute and adorable. And really neat to go out. Keeps your hair off of your face. Like I said, it helps a lot if you're doing a grow in and you don't know what to do with all of those front pieces, and this will prevent the temptation from cutting. So here's this look from all sides. All right, super simple. So get yourself a decorative little barrette or something. Next up is having fun with a flat iron. You can definitely wave this look, and my encouragement to you is this. So this flat iron is by BaByliss Pro Prima 3000. What I love about it is what you see right here. Make sure that you see it. There are lights, and you can dial in the heat. Those on-off ones scare me because that means it's either super high heat or it's off. I dial in the absolute lowest heat because I want to protect my hair and my highlights. Again, you want to be uber careful. Now, you can wave, since these hairs are shorter, you're not going to get so much wave there, but you can definitely wave some front pieces. So, I mean, it can be just a real simple type of a twirl. Just some pieces around your face. And by the way, what's really great about this technique is that it will make shorter hair look longer real quick. There's something about waving it that just adds some length, and especially if you kick out the ends a little bit, even more so. So you just work your way around. You can twirl, or you can do the other technique that I showed you, which was up, down, and around, and get those kinds of waves. Whatever you feel like doing. You can do a mixture of all of the above. Makes no difference. And at this point, you're not going to get a lot of curl in your hair, and that's really not the objective. It's just to get a little bit of bend and motion to it. The way to do it here at the part line is you anchor it, you give it a nice bend right there, and just let it swirl on through. Again, just anchor it at the part line and then pull it through. Front, I'm swooping back like so. A few more pieces. Kick the under ones out. and they're all going back for the most part, except for, like I said, these pieces here. I'm kicking them out, especially by the nape of the neck. Okay, and then when you have everything exactly where you want it, again, I like the FibreFlex, and this is a real kind of messy, loose, really cool, I think, weekend look. Jeans, a little boho chic. And I told you, doesn't it make the hair look a lot fuller and longer? It's as if you suddenly took hair supplements overnight and poof. And just use your hands and play with it. Like I said, I'm using this from underneath because that's where I want my lift. And then what I like to do is just sort of play with where the highlights are, you know, pull those forward so you can see those pieces. Take them, you can twirl them a little bit with your fingers with the, you know, if there's separation, the light and the dark. Kick them out, whatever makes you happy. You can use, you know, texturizer, pomade, whatever, if you want it piecier. I mean, that's completely up to you. All right. I don't know if I got every hair, but I think for the purpose of this video, you'll get the idea. So here's how it looks from the front. Side. You can see the separation is sort of the bend in the hair. In the back. And now this side. Okay. Last but not least is a very, very popular look right now. Kind of the slick back look, especially for women with short hair. It's rockin'. It was rockin' on the runway. It was rockin' at the award shows. Remember those? Anyway, it's very easy to achieve. So what you do is you find a good deep side part. The deeper the better. It's very dramatic. Okay, there's mine. And you get a wax or a pomade. This one is by Brazilian Blowout. For texture, definition, all of that. So I'm gonna get a good amount, and I'm just honestly going to slick it, and slick it good. It's all going back. But I'm still gonna want some height up here. This, I do this, I did this. I haven't been out in a really long time, but you know, for me, this looks really awesome with a simple, clean black jacket. And I have a pair of black tuxedo pants, almost a masculine look, kind of like a Victoria. It's really, really neat. And once you have everything where you like it, you can hit it with spray. You probably won't need it because you've got a gel or a pomade in there. I really like the ends almost having a bit of a wet and piecey look to it. It's almost as if you just got out of the shower, you slicked it back and said, I'm going out like this. So anyway, I've seen a lot of celebrities do this. And again, I love it with jackets and that kind of masculine look. I think it's great. And by the way, if you don't want to mess with your hair, how easy is it to get a pomade, slick it back and call it a day? Another advantage of having short hair, by the way. There you go, short hair blowout, 4 super quick and easy and fun and trendy and on point styles. Isn't it awesome? Isn't hair fun? I can't be the only one who thinks so. I just can't. If you have not done so by now, will you please subscribe to my channel, ring the bell, get notified when I release a video, which is every Thursday at 1 o'clock. If you have not done so by now, will you share me with your favorite girlfriend, sister, family member, mother, daughter, whomever? Spread the word on what's going on here. Let's grow this community because you continue to provide such great ideas below. In fact, that's where I got the idea for this tutorial. I encourage you to continue to follow me on social media if you haven't done so yet. I am on Instagram a lot. Facebook too. I just like Instagram, I really do. With all of your new hair ideas, have fun in your bathroom. Go out, be bold and be blessed this week, and I'll see you next Thursday at 1 o'clock. Thank you for being here.